Sell your house by owner on a $400,000 home, and you keep somewhere around $10,000 to $12,000 in listing commission. That's real money. And most FSBO sellers I meet genuinely do keep it. Then they hand it back at one specific step and they never see it happen. Plenty of people look up how to sell your house by owner and never get past step 3. You can absolutely sell without a realtor. The only real question is what it costs you. 6 of these 7 steps are paperwork you can learn in a weekend. Step 6 is the one that decides whether you finish ahead or behind. Step 1 is your price, and it's the number every other step reacts to. When you sell by owner, nobody argues with you. That sounds like freedom. It also means your price goes live with no second opinion attached to it. Overpriced by 5% on that $400,000 house, and you don't lose 5%. You lose the first 3 weeks, which are the weeks your listing is new and buyers are actually paying attention. After that, you're chasing the market downward, and every reduction teaches buyers to wait for the next one. Get real sold prices for your street before you pick a number, not an online estimate, sold prices. Step 2 is preparation and photography. Buyers see your photos before they see your house. Phone photos in poor light don't read as authentic, they read as neglected. And a buyer who reads neglect discounts your house for problems it doesn't even have. Professional photography typically runs $150 to $400 depending on your market. It's the cheapest line item on this list and the one FSBO sellers skip most. Step 3 is distribution. Most buyers still work with an agent, and those agents search the MLS. A yard sign reaches buyers who happen to drive past. The MLS reaches the ones being shown houses this weekend. You don't need a full-service listing agent for this. Flat fee MLS services generally run about $100 to $500 and put your house in the same database everyone searches. Step 4 changed under the 2024 NAR settlement, and this is where FSBO sellers are working from outdated information right now. 3 things are true today. You're no longer expected to automatically pay the buyer's agent. Buyers now sign written agreements with their agents before touring homes, so a buyer's agent's fee may come out of the buyer's own pocket. And this is the one that catches FSBO sellers off guard. Offers of compensation can no longer be published on the MLS. That last point matters because step 3 just puts you on the MLS. You cannot advertise buyer agent compensation there anymore. If you're offering it, it gets handled off the MLS or negotiated in the offer itself. So you have 3 options. Offer a set amount and say so in your marketing outside the MLS. Offer nothing and expect somewhat fewer showings, or stay flexible and settle it in the offer. What you can't do is ignore it because it quietly shapes who walks through your door. Step 5 is showings, and it gets personal in a way people don't anticipate. You're letting strangers into your home while they criticize your kitchen. 2 protections. Never show to anyone who hasn't sent a lender's pre-approval letter, not a pre-qualification, a pre-approval, and don't be in the house during showings if you can arrange it because buyers won't speak honestly in front of an owner. Step 6. This is the one. Their inspection comes back and you get a list. Some of it is real, some of it is leverage. The seller who handles this well separates structural from cosmetic, fixes or credits the structural, and holds firm on the cosmetic. The seller who handles it badly does one of 2 things: refuses everything and loses the buyer, or concedes everything and gives back more than the commission they saved. That second one is how a FSBO seller ends up behind. And it's the most common version of it I see. Here's why this step and not the paperwork. You're negotiating against someone who does this every week about the largest asset you own while you're emotionally attached to it, and they're not. $10,000 in saved commission disappears in one inspection concession you didn't have to make. So decide your repair limit in writing before the inspection happens. Then you're negotiating against your own number instead of their list. Step 7 is the paperwork, and it's the step people fear most and should fear least. contracts, disclosures, title, escrow. It's procedural, and professionals do exactly this for a living. A real estate attorney to review your contract commonly runs $500 to $1,500 depending on your state. Best money in the process. Don't improvise your disclosures. Those mistakes can follow you after closing, and that's the one liability that doesn't end when you hand over the keys. Put it together on the $400,000 house. You're saving roughly $10,000 to $12,000 in listing commission. Against that, flat fee MLS, photography, an attorney, and whatever you decide about the buyer's agent. Add the ranges I gave you, and the controllable spend lands somewhere between $750 and $2,400, plus any compensation you offer. So the known math favors you comfortably. Two numbers stay unknown: what your price cost you at step 1 and what you gave back at step 6. Step 1 you can fix with homework before you list. Pull the sold prices, price it honestly, and that risk mostly goes away. Step 6 is the one you can't take back, because by then you're already under contract with a motivated buyer and a deadline. That's why it's the step that decides this. My honest rule: selling by owner makes sense when you already have a buyer, when your market is moving fast enough that pricing mistakes get corrected by demand, or when you've done this before and you're comfortable negotiating under pressure. It makes much less sense when the house is your largest asset, your market is slow, and it's your first time. That's not a pitch. That's just where the risk sits. Whatever you decide, walk into step 6 with your number already written down. If you'd like a straight answer on what your house should list for before you commit either way, the link in the description will match you with a local agent who'll run those numbers with you.